Grenada is an island country located in the southeastern Caribbean Sea. It is part of the Lesser Antilles and lies north of Trinidad and Tobago, southwest of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and northeast of Venezuela. Grenada is the southernmost of the Windward Islands, and it is positioned between the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. The island is known for its lush, mountainous terrain, numerous beaches, and spice plantations, which has earned its nickname the Spice Island. For sailors, it is known as one of the only Eastern Caribbean islands considered to be a safe haven for hurricane season, and is where many sailors go not only for safety of themselves and their vessels, but to also satisfy insurance requirements of being south of 12 degrees 40 minutes north latitude during hurricane season.
Hey guys, just a quick reminder that we have all of these points and places that you see in this video guide on our own custom map that you can find through the link in the description. You can even download these points and upload them to other apps like Navionics for reference whenever you need them.
Grenada's history is filled with tales of exploration, conflict, and seafaring adventure. Originally inhabited by the indigenous Arawak and then Carib Indians, the island was first sighted by Europeans in 1498 when Christopher Columbus passed by on his third voyage. The French established the first European settlement in 1649 after overcoming strong resistance from the Caribs. Throughout the 17th and 18th centuries, Grenada became a strategic prize frequently contested between the French and British due to its valuable position in the Caribbean Sea. For sailors, Grenada was of significant importance due to its strategic location along key maritime routes. Its natural harbors and deep coasts provided vital shelter and resupply points for ships navigating between the Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean. This made Grenada a frequent stopping point and hangout for both legitimate traders and the notorious pirates, who used the island as a base for raiding merchant vessels. Over time, the island's rich agricultural output, particularly in spices, further enhanced its value to colonial powers. Grenada remained under British control from 1763 until it gained independence in 1974. St. George's Harbor is one of the most picturesque and historically significant harbors in the Caribbean. Its deep horseshoe-shaped bay has long been a natural haven for ships, making it a key maritime hub since the town of St. George's was founded by the French in 1650. The harbor's name, Carenage, comes from the French word carener, meaning to careen or clean a ship's hull, a practice that was common in the sheltered bay. The harbor's deep waters allowed large vessels to dock close to shore, facilitating the loading and unloading of goods, including spices, sugar, and rum, which were key exports of Grenada. The surrounding hills provided natural defense, and Fort George was constructed in 1705 to protect the harbor from enemy attacks. Today, St. George's Harbor remains the heart of Grenada's capital, where fishing boats, yachts, and cargo ships still come and go, and the historic waterfront is lined with colorful buildings reflecting the harbor's long and storied past. Similar to most of the west coast of Grenada, there is generally deep water until you get close to land. Charts are accurate in this area, and average cruising boats should not have to worry about depths approaching or in the mooring field, anchorage, or even in the lagoon so long as they follow the inner markers into the lagoon and watch out for the shallower corners in the northern part of the lagoon. As always, boat traffic is something to watch out for, especially as larger cargo vessels and inter-island ferries enter and exit the lagoon. Dockage in St. George's Harbor is available at Port Louis Marina and the Grenada Yacht Club. Port Louis Marina offers 160 berths for yachts up to 300 feet. It provides a range of services including freshwater, electricity, Wi-Fi, showers, laundry facilities, waste disposal, on-site ATM, and 24-hour security. The Marina Village offers 2 restaurants as well as shops for sailmaking, boat maintenance, provisioning, and leisure wear. One thing to note is that with 160 berths available, only a handful of those slips offer 110-volt power, and these slips are booked out months to years in advance. A local organic farmer, Jenny, sets up a market every Saturday morning with fresh produce, yogurt, eggs, and juices, but get there early because her provisions are in high demand. Heritage Farm is also at Port Louis, Saturday morning with high-quality frozen beef of all different cuts. There are additional vendors who seem to also be there on Saturday mornings, including Sweet Seduction, who offers gluten-free, dairy-free, and vegan desserts. Grenada Yacht Club has 44 berths, and marina services include fuel, diesel and gas, electricity, 110 and 120, water, and 24-hour security. Ice, showers, laundry, garbage disposal, and taxi services are also available. Right on property is also a restaurant that offers weekly events and specials such as Sunday brunch, Wing Night Wednesday, and Karaoke Saturday. Lastly, there is a nice dinghy dock at Grenada Yacht Club. Just outside the harbor, moorings are available through Gren-Moor. There are 30 available at the time of making this guide, with plans to add more in the near future. These moorings can be reserved on Dockage or by paying the mooring manager, who will come by your boat early each morning to make sure dues have been settled. Keep in mind that we have found, although you may make a reservation for a mooring, it does not reserve any one specific mooring, and it does not guarantee that there will be a mooring available for you when you arrive, since they are first come first served, which is not accounted for in Dockage. So consider arriving and picking up a mooring first before paying on Dockage or the mooring manager. This used to be a free anchorage, but moorings were added to prevent any further destruction to the marine protected area. However, it seems that many boats still anchor just outside the mooring area, especially when moorings are full, although this is generally in deeper water. There are a number of dinghy docks that put you in walkable distance to many facilities and services. The Carenage is lined with fishing vessels that are tied along the seawall. Dinghies can also tie up here between the boats. When docking here, you are a close walk to the spice market, where you can find all the local spices, handmade goods, and fruits and veggies. If you keep walking, you will find the bus station. The system is informal with no set schedules, but is generally reliable, accessible, and very affordable, allowing easy access to most parts of Grenada. Just past the bus station is the fish market, where you can find the freshest fish on the island at an affordable rate. Unfortunately, this video was taken late on a weekday when the fish market was closed. There is a dinghy dock in a bit of disrepair out front of Island Waterworld, which is a well-stocked chandlery. There is another dock right out front of Foodland, which is smaller and less stocked than the IGA down the street, but it is much easier to access. Port Louis has a dinghy dock, which can be used to clear into customs or access any of the marina facilities. There is a fee for docking the dinghy if going off-site of the marina, however. Grand Anse Beach is a short dinghy ride from the mooring field and St. George's Harbor. This beach has been coined one of the most beautiful in all of the Caribbean. With white sand and beautiful blue water, it is easy to see why it is known worldwide. Along the shore, there are many highly rated restaurants, including Umbrellas, Coconuts, and 61 West. There is a pier to tie up dinghies, but you can also pull them up on shore. Just south of Umbrellas, there is a street that leads to the shopping mall, which is home to IGA, the biggest and most well-stocked grocery store on the island, a hardware store, clothing stores, a tech store, bank, and a few restaurants. The area in and around St. George's has so much to offer. You cannot visit Grenada without visiting the world's first underwater sculpture park, just 2.5 miles north of the mooring field. You may visit here on your own boat or sign up for a scuba or snorkel adventure with one of the many local dive shops. There are also a number of great scuba diving spots all around the island. In the Carenage, you can visit the House of Chocolate and get a lesson on how chocolate is made, try a sample, and taste some of the best ice cream. If you want to learn more about the island's history, visit Fort George and take in the view. There are a ton more excursions and attractions a bus or taxi ride away, which we will save for later on in this guide.
Hey guys, don't forget to check out our own custom map with all of the points and places you saw in this guide. It's available through the link in the description. You can even download these points and upload them to other apps like Navionics for reference whenever you need them.